Hello everyone, I'm your host Pablo and this is 7 Days, the channel where I put myself to the task every single week by learning a skill or developing a project. And what I hope to do with this channel, okay, is really inspire someone because things are hard. And after you get to a certain age, I'm 47 years old, okay, you start feeling like you cannot learn anything. You know everything you know, and there's no place for more knowledge in your mind. Plus, it's very scary to actually try something and fail. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how I created this YouTube channel. And I know a lot of people are thinking, do you need 7 days? No, but you should take 7 days to create a YouTube channel. Now, just remember, this is not an SEO channel. I'm not going to come in here every week and tell you how to improve the algorithm or anything. That's a one-stop shop today, all right? You decide you're going to create a YouTube channel, okay? And the first thing you have to think is, what are your strengths, okay? Because you may decide to make a cooking channel, but you can't even fry an egg. And don't take me wrong, I've seen people doing this. And yes, if you want to make in a more comedical way, you're not a cook and you're gonna make incredible foods, that's actually interesting. But if that's not your plan, if you actually want to make something serious, you probably need to go into your strengths. You don't want to make a channel where you're gonna be talking about things you just don't know anything about, right? It may be interesting sometimes to watch, but it may not be something you're good at. So, first thing, are you a gamer or do you like to comment on things that happen today? You know everything about politics. You're a funny guy. Your friends, every time they're down, they want someone like you to be able to actually make them a little bit happier. Well, there you go. You know your strength. Are you a homemaker? Do you know how to build a house in 10 days, in a week, or anything else like this? That's great. Are you a mechanic? Show people how to actually fix cars. That's your strength. So basically, you should build in your strength, okay? Mine, I'm pretty good learning. I'm also a filmmaker. So pretty much I fake until I make it. So anyway, guys, let's dive into building a YouTube channel. So as I said, the first thing you guys have to do, okay, you know your strengths, right? So you need to start looking into what could you do. And one of the things I did is I went ChatGPT and I thought I was going to make another gaming channel. Okay, so I went to ChatGPT and I actually asked what were successful channels on gaming. What games are actually big right now, okay? Now, sure, I would have to look at something that I have interest, not just piggyback off whatever someone else is talking. But that was my idea. So I started developing my idea and I was like, you know what, maybe I should give myself 7 days to actually learn a game and try to maximize the characters, the champions, whatever you call in your game, and try to become the best, okay, with not spending any money, not just sinking money, because anybody can be the best this way. But then I think at some point I also realized, because I was looking for jobs, and I realized that every single job, and the most when the market's down, instead of asking for just what they usually would ask, what is bachelor's degree, experience of filmmaking, people start to ask for things not many people have, okay? But that's how the market goes. When there are less jobs, then there are people looking for jobs. So I started thinking, I really would love to learn Unreal Engine because as an indie filmmaker, and some of the projects are my own, it would actually make a lot cheaper for me to be able to create environments for short films or short series for free. So the next thing you need to think is what your channel should look like. So for me, the next thing I started doing was creating the logo, okay? So I tried a couple of things. I did use ChatGPT to give me a few examples. My plan had been to have the channel called 7 Days or Bust. What actually it is my tag in the channel because 7 days was taken. So I decided that 7 days or bust was kind of too much. Um, didn't roll out of the mouth that well. So I decided to go with just 7 days. So I took the idea that ChatGPT had given me, and then I actually went to Photoshop and created the logo myself. I didn't just copy. I did like the colors, so I used the same colors and everything, the same theme. Now, one thing as you guys may actually notice is that I also changed the banner. So the banner was supposed to say 7 days, right? Also just like the logo. But as I was working on in the last couple of days, I wanted something that was kind of a slogan, right? And it's important. Like you can have just the name of your channel, you can have your picture on the banner, you can have you doing silly things, you can have a video game background, but it has to speak of your channel. So what I decided to do was challenge, learn, repeat, because that's what the channel does, correct? I wanted to have that below a 7 days, but the problem is 7 days is kind of small, right? So I would have to make challenge, learn, repeat very tiny. And I wanted that to be a big part of the channel because that's what the channel is about. So, and I also found out to use the red letters because I want to include the red letters as well to actually spell out heart. Because let's be honest, that's what you have to be. Look, as you guys are gonna notice in this channel, many of the weeks are gonna fail in whatever I attempt. There is literally no space for me to actually try again. So you guys are gonna be seeing videos pretty much every day. So yeah, it's as soon as I finish my day, I'm gonna edit the video and release to you guys. So there's no, oh, I actually spent 2 weeks learning something. Not gonna have the time to do that. So I decided to do that, and that was probably on day 5. Okay, so I made that change. So that's what I was doing the last few days. I was actually trying a couple of things, releasing some of the videos, some of the shorts, but that's what you have to do. You have to let the algorithm knows you're alive. Now, on top of that, and one thing you guys have to really be careful if you're creating a YouTube channel is the first few days, and most of the first few weeks, YouTube will try to figure out, the algorithm will try to figure out who your audience is. So a lot of times what you guys are going to be seeing is you're going to be seeing a lot of dislikes. If they're shorts, you're going to see a lot of times people are just sweeping away, like they're not even watching, but it's because YouTube is just sending to a broad audience. Because it doesn't matter if you say it's entertainment, the people watching may be people that mostly watch comedy. So what YouTube is going to be doing is it's going to be sending to those people next time. Okay, so it does a trial, it does a batch trial, and then after usually 12 to 24 hours, it will try again with another group, a little bit larger a lot of times, and then it sees how it's going. So that's what I did for the last few days. So yeah, 7 days, because it does take 7 days for you to set up your channel, launch your channel, and structure your channel. Now, one of the things you guys have to always think when you try to learn something is you have to make your plan. First, how you're going to learn, how you plan to learn. Well, you're going to be studying through YouTube. If let me say, because that's what's coming next week, learn Unreal Engine. I am not going to take myself and just assume I will be able to create graphics and create footage coming from Unreal Engine just like The Mandalorian. That's not gonna happen. So for next week, my plan is I plan to be able to do a cinematic shot, okay, of a landscape or anything. Now I have background cinematography, so I know where to put the cameras. Now they're virtual cameras, but I'm able to do those things. So if I can actually create an environment and make things move and make everything look pretty, I'm happy with. Now, does that mean I will stop learning Unreal? No, but for 1 week, that's what I'm gonna dedicate myself to. from now on, what's going to be happening is every day, depending on what the project is, but mostly every day, I'm going to be giving you guys updates, what I'm working on, where I'm going with that, and showing you guys whatever progress I make or whatever fails happen along the way. And on the 7th day, the video will be a little bit different because I'll be making the videos a little bit more like in a documentary style. But anyway, that's what the channel is about. If you guys have any questions that I probably forgot to mention to you guys about creating a YouTube channel, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure to answer to you guys. All right. Like I said, guys, this is Pablo, this 7 days, and I hope you guys have a productive week. And I'll see you on the next one.